Hi, my name is David Loomis, and today I'm going to be giving a speech on why us as American citizens should have the ability to own and carry firearms. The main purpose of this speech is to prove those who oppose these ideas wrong and explain the various reasons why firearms are actually beneficial to American citizens. Now, what would you do if you found yourself or found somebody breaking into your house in the middle of the night, or if you're in a supermarket and you start hearing gunshots? How would you react to the government taking away your guns? Now, I want to get into my first main point here. So you have the Second Amendment, which grants American citizens to bear the right to bear arms. There's a lot of people who oppose this, and I think that's a terrible idea to take away our right to defend ourselves with firearms. From the Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia, I read that organizations such as the NRA, the National Rifle Association, actually help out in keeping these initial ideas that the founding fathers had when writing this amendment. They try to keep that idea and those values alive, which I think is a great thing, considering that there's a lot of movement to ban these weapons. So getting rid of the Second Amendment would be unconstitutional, just like the First Amendment, which we all know is your freedom of speech. This is a right you have. Now, they can't take that away from you, as you can't mess with the Constitution in ways like that, and like I said, that would be ruled as unconstitutional. Another part of banning banning guns in general, is if you ban these, just like how drugs are banned, think about it. You're gonna have bad people having these weapons all the time. It's not gonna be the law-abiding citizens with the guns. These criminals who have bad intentions of hurting people or using them to rob people and things like that, they would be the ones acquiring the firearms, because just like any other drug, if they want to get it in, they're gonna get it in. And since they have bad intentions, of course they're gonna be using these guns to harm people. Now, from learnaboutguns.com, they basically explain this very well, how if you have law-abiding citizens, they're obviously not going to break this law of buying and smuggling weapons into the country when it is illegal. However, you would have these criminals who, even if they were legal, they would still, of course, commit crimes and hurt people. So that's why I think that's another bad idea to ban them, just because, well, you're always going to have these bad people. Nothing's going to stop them. If they really wanted to, let's say, take their weapon to the local supermarket, if you ban guns, they're going to find a way to get those in. And unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So if you have these people who conceal and carry their weapon or gun, you're going to have a lot more success in stopping these fatalities. I want to get into another main point here, which is there was actually a woman who was attacked by 3 men while she was walking to her car. Now, this is from COSO.com, this article. It was a news article, actually, from 2018. A woman was walking to her car in the middle of the night, dark out, she's alone, and 3 men came up on her. Now, if you think about it, if 3 men versus 1 woman in the middle of the night, they have bad intentions of either hurting her or stealing her stuff, she's gonna get robbed if she has nothing to protect herself with. That's just an unfair fight right there. Now, she was luckily carrying a gun with her. She had a pistol. So what she did was, when they got to her at her car and they were threatening to take her stuff, she pulled out her pistol and she basically just aimed it at him. Now, this is just another example of why I think you should be able to carry weapons, because weapons such as pistols like that, just because if you're in a situation like this where nobody is around to help you, how are you going to survive? How are you going to get back home? That's important to me, especially because if I walk alone at night a lot too, and if a group of people come up on me, there's no way I'm going to be able to defend myself. But if I have a gun, I can easily like say, hey, back off, this isn't cool. So another point I want to get into is just kind of restating earlier how that when you're somewhere, it could literally be anywhere. As we know, there's unfortunately been more shootings around the country. You have people, there's always people around, and if these people are carrying a gun on them, you're gonna have a lot better chance of neutralizing the threat before the fatality count gets so high. Like, think about it. If you're in a supermarket and you just hear gunshots and you're able to rationally think, you can take your gun and you can find where the problem's coming from, and you can take it into your own hands before the police even get there. So I just want to continue this into proving the other side wrong, and just even the government being able to do this to the people by taking away their Second Amendment right. The people of the country just be totally vulnerable to anything. If anything happened with the government and the people couldn't fight back, it's going to be a losing war. The regulated militias, as they call it, those kind of help out with governments that are kind of turning rogue and turning on their citizens. So I think that if you have these people who are willing to fight and have their weapons equipped with them, it's going to be a lot easier of a fight. So in conclusion, I just want to restate my thesis, saying that as American citizens, we should have the right to own firearms and keep them. Banning these should totally just not be an idea anymore. I think that we're at a point where it's been proven so many times that we need these to protect ourselves. And this is just me calling on you to vote as best as you can to keep these laws how they are and not change them to get rid of our rights. Because the second that happens, bad things can happen, and nothing will ever be the same as it was before.